around YouTube. My name is Brent.
My name is Giselle, guys, and welcome back to our channel.
So for today's video, guys, we are going to react to a video stating that a company that once owned India is now owned by an Indian.
Yeah.
So you guys have been suggesting this, and we were interested in checking this out because who knew from the past that this company actually owned India?
But
Is that the real story? This company really did own India? But now, it's owned by an Indian. Talk about getting justice.
Oh, I feel so proud.
I love that title, but we'll see.
We'll see.
But before we begin, if you haven't already, you know the drill. Hit that subscribe, hit that bell, so you'll be updated with our latest reactions. Also, if you're gonna like the video, hit that like, and also leave us a comment on what you would like us to react to next.
So guys, without further ado, let's get started.
So obviously, if you've read Indian history, you'd have heard about the British East India Company. The company had ruled India for almost about 200 years. It plundered India, looted its artifacts, traded slaves, and of course laid the foundation of the British Raj in India. Now, the reason why we are talking about the British East India Company is because, in a very curious twist of fate, this British East India Company that had set up its empire in India is now being owned by an Indian. Here's a report.
This is the biggest colonial irony. Imagine owning something or someone who once owned you. Well, that's exactly what an Indian has done. He has bought the East India Company. You must be familiar with the company's name. In case you aren't, here's some history. The East India Company owned India and much of the Indian subcontinent. Not for one or two, but a good 250 years. The company was founded in the year 1600 by a group of English merchants. They pooled in nearly £70,000 to start the company, which was originally meant to trade spices. In 1613, the company established its first factory in Surat. That's in present-day Gujarat. In 1757, the East India Company seized control of the Mughal state of Bengal. How, you ask? Through force. The East India Company's charter authorized it to wage war. Back then, it had a 3,000-person strong army. It was led by Robert Clive, who went on to become the governor of Bengal. Soon the East India Company shooed the French and the Dutch from the Indian subcontinent. It went on to conquer a big chunk of the Mughal Empire, which includes present-day India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and half of Afghanistan. Now, if you think a Facebook or Apple or Google is powerful, consider this. The East India Company dominated much of the Indian subcontinent between 1611 and 1858. It literally owned this territory. At its height, the company had an army of 260,000. That's more than the present-day British Army. The company was responsible for almost 50% of world trade and enjoyed a near monopoly on the global tea business. The East India Company was the most powerful corporation the world had ever seen. It controlled everything from the opium trade to the slave trade. What happened then? In 1858, the British government ended the company's rule in India. By 1874, the company was dissolved. Cut to 2003. Indian businessman Sanjeev Mehra bought 21% shares of what remained of the company. He reportedly partnered with businessman Anand Mahindra and Gulf-based retail tycoon Musuf Ali Mar. In 2005, Mehta acquired shares of all the other stakeholders.
Oh.
The deal gave Mehta the right to the name, the East India Company's chop marks, and its coat of arms. Mehta also got the replication rights to all of the company's exhibits kept in museums worldwide, and the reprinting rights of all old documents, including navigation maps, records, and library materials. So what has this Indian businessman done with the East India Company? He has transformed it into a luxury tea, coffee, and food brand.
Oh.
The company has outlets in the United Kingdom and West Asia. But that's not the man's biggest achievement. He has made a statement by owning a company that once owned his people.
Okay.
He has pulled off the most pinching colonial joke. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
Okay, nice. And it looks like a documentary.
Yeah, it sort of looks
Yeah.
like it's news actually, but
Yeah.
he made it seem like a documentary, which was nice. I mean, it's amazing that they are able to actually show the history behind this and why this is such a big news right now in India.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, he talked about the irony of it, the biggest joke of it, because the one company that actually owned your people is now owned by you,
Yeah.
by an Indian.
In how many
Now,
years?
250 years,
Yeah,
250 years.
yeah.
Man,
And
that's a long
now
time.
they owned.
And the history behind it. I mean,
Mhm.
I kept wondering how do you make that? I mean, how do you make a company rule a certain nation and then just give authorization to wage war against
Mm.
those who try to oppose you? I mean,
And
Yeah.
I think all of Indian people are so proud.
mm,
Yes. And I think they sabi ko talaga nila. Okay. It's hard to explain. So they should try to return the Kohinoor crown also because it's pagmamay-ari ng India yan. So
India owns it.
India owns it because India owns it. So
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, there might be some point in time that will actually happen. Hopefully sooner, better than later. Yeah, but I love the way that they portray the news, showing how the British people ruled over India, and then good call by the British government. And what was that? 18 something or 16 something?
Yeah, 18, yeah.
Yeah. It was a good call to actually just stop them from ruling over India. Because, that's just the deal though. I mean, Europeans have this tendency from the later years or from the earlier years to just try and colonize everything that they land on.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? But then again, what would happen? I mean, aren't you curious what would happen if there were no colonizers? I mean, if we had the same mindset as of now, if we had the mindset of now in the earlier years, you would probably think, why would we want to get colonized by these people? I mean, have you seen the way they dress? Have
Yeah.
you seen the way they look?
Mm.
You ain't gonna colonize us, man.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, yeah, that was the old. Well, I mean, that was our ancestors. So I mean, it's been how many years? 250 years.
Yeah.
And how many
And
years?
during that time, I think the British is it's a robbers.
Yeah,
Yeah, robbers
well,
that time.
probably. I mean, what are the biggest colonizers? We got British. We got Spain.
No.
Japan also had colonized some countries. Korea, for example. Yeah, but mostly those are the people who are.
Because some of the things of India, they stole it. They
Yeah.
stole it and own it.
Yeah,
But originally, India owns it.
we can relate because Spain and the US also stole something from the Philippines. They returned one, which was the Balanga Bell, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think all Indians people want to to return the crown,
There is a point.
because India owns it, and until now they never returned it to the India.
Oh, the British.
No.
What can we say? But anyways, guys, that was our
Reaction.
or commentation about the news that broke out actually 4 days ago. That's why we reacted to this right now. So that was a reaction. If you like it, let us know by hitting that like, and also let us know what you think about this news in the comment section down below as well. And guys, thank you so much for always tuning into our videos, guys. We know our videos tend to be delayed most of the week just because it's the school year. My wife is busy focusing on her studies, and also since she's busy, I'm also busy doing the work. So
Yes. Oh.
that's right. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Thank you so much for being loyal to us, and I will see you in the next video.
Yes, guys. Big shout out to you guys.